not the whole asshole. It's like light asshole.
Bud Light Seltzer.
Yeah, it's light asshole. You know
You've had that before?
Asshole?
Bud Light Seltzer.
You weren't on Where's Buffy where they were talking about Trick Daddy and all that. I'm like, that's right up Matt's alley talking about asses and shit.
No, he was getting his ass ate.
I feel like you probably have like let's switch this time. Let's role reversal.
My ass ate, but it wasn't on. You know what I mean?
Not doing that tonight. That's not.
No, I think you told that story in the pod before and in the archives. I think you said, and then like it happened. And I was like, nope, I'm getting out of here.
This is there.
Not really my thing. You know?
It's not really it.
You know when you. Pardon,
when you know.
I'm sorry for being explicit, but if you sitting on the toilet and shit and that water hits you, you get that first. Ooh, that's what you know what I mean.
I knew exactly. Oh God.
But you don't like that enough to keep it going.
Nah, I mean, so I had a roommate at the time, right? I had two roommates. Shout out to Sham who did the intro.
Word. Peace to Sham.
Shout out to Moles from the in crowd and shit.
Word.
So my son said, "Yo, I wanted to knock on the door and ask you if you was all right, because you." I'm in there like,
yeah, I was about to say. Don't do that.
Was hitting the Michael Jackson in that motherfucker. I'm sorry.
Was it a surprise?
It was a surprise, yo.
Yeah.
I turned into Teddy Perkins.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Yeah, my first time was a surprise too. You don't want.
God damn.
See, I ain't never had that happen. If it did, I'd be like, I ain't never talking to you for the rest of my life.
Oh my god.
You might like it.
We'll talk about that a little later. That we can't. It's work. Works. It's a different energy out here today. Damn it. All right, I think I remember. We got such a packed show that there's people. My nigga. It's a lot going on this week. There's a whole AEW All Out was just this past week.
That was this week?
That was this past weekend. It was this past Sunday.
It was a long fucking weekend, dog.
But bro, Michael K. Williams died. I saw that shit. I said what? Like I forget what I was doing. I stopped.
I think I broke the news to you, right? I was like,
yeah. You. Matter of fact, it was just it was no context.
Yeah, I sent them like, and I almost want to be like, I'm not sure if this is true, but this is what I'm seeing.
Because it was.
See, I didn't see it there. I saw it before.
Yeah,
like,
you
saw it.
You saw it somewhere else. Yeah. You might have hit the other group. Yeah,
you
chat.
sent the other chat and was like, look at this shit. Like, and I was like, I just sent that to Cal, and he was like,
yeah.
I hadn't seen anything, but it was page 6, so it was like you didn't know.
That's where I was like,
you don't know.
That's why I didn't say anything else. I'm like, I don't know if this is true.
Page 6 is kind of more like a gossipy. It's on par with like a National Enquirer, but it's
The Inquisitor.
Low key, but like it's
you're a bootleg Enquirer.
Facts, but it feels like it's like a very Hollywood /
I think it's
like
a more
New York,
prestige Enquirer.
like New
It's
York
the Post,
glitzy.
Right?
Essentially,
yeah, because then the Post had the same exact thing. It was like the same template.
But the thing was it could have looked crazy, but they got the confirmation was from law enforcement. You know what I mean? Because of the situation and the way they were talking about it, it was like it was. It could have looked like it was one thing, but it really was something else. But that's tough.
This is what I meant to ask, and I'm sorry to segue like this, Cal, but
No, go ahead.
I'm not. And this question has been you know what I mean? It's been sitting on me for a couple of days and shit. Drip. Drip.
He's talking to you, Drip.
Who had the better? I'm gonna use this term loosely. AEW or Drake? Who had a better weekend?
Drake, of course. I mean, come on. I don't got an AEW tat, so
Work. I don't know if you listen to Drake. I don't know if you watch AEW.
if you listen to Certified Weed Plate as one man referred to it as
Certified Weed Plate is funny. And I don't even care. I got a dog in the fight.
Who had a better weekend?
I mean, it's got to be Adam Cole. The man said he's been-
that's different. He said AEW.
No, that was the second part.
Oh, come on.
Question.
Oh, was the question AEW or Drake?
AEW or Drake?
Is this? Let me ask you a question. Was this Drake's best weekend ever for him?
No.
Because okay, then it's AEW because this was their best weekend ever.
Okay, so let's say
That's a good point.
I'm gonna say this: who had the better? And I'm gonna use this term loosely. This is what I meant to say. Who had the better project this weekend?
AEW or Drake?
AEW or Drake?
Who had the best project?
Let's say product. Yeah, let's say
Either or, because see, this is what Graham gave me shit about. Because I'm like, some Drake shit you gotta classify as a project because it's a playlist or a mixtape. Like,
hey, Drip, I don't.
See, here you go again. See, there you
This
go
shit
again.
was definitely product.
Yes,
no, that was an
no.
album. That was an album.
Yes or no? Who had the just answer it, motherfucker?
Drake. That's what I said. Drake.
Drake had a better product than AEW.
AEW had a fucking Paul White match in 2021. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll talk about it. We'll
I
talk
heard
about
I'm
it.
too sexy.
He said way too sexy.
I'm too sexy. Right there, Fred. Not to be mistaken with the nigga who had the 500 list.
Yeah. Damn.
It was
Damn.
a Right Said Fred remake on this album, and
Facts.
you're talking about a Paul White match.
Yeah. Like I said, it was the male version of Nice for What, and then someone said it's the male version of what? Like,
all right. Question it. Because I don't believe this shit at all. If arguably, all right, if it's a versus, CLB versus All Out 2021. All Out is peak. They hit you with Mo and Joe Buck versus the Lucha Bros in the cage. The Travis Scott one fragments with the tax on it. What is Drake? What off the CLB is Drake holding up to that to be like, yo, I got that uppercut for them with this one. What is that off that project? What is that?
Race my mind.
Who?
Which one is that one?
That's the coming home intoxicated.
Nah, that's a L.
Yeah. Nah.
That's a L.
For me, that's the one because like way too sexy again. That's the commercial success.
Work,
like that's
Work. Do you know these songs?
I don't know that song.
I don't listen to that man. Not no more.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Work
I can't do it.
I remember in the chat, Work would be like, no, not for me.
I'm trying to be respectful.
He would be
platform.
Drake.
Yeah. That'd be me. I'll tell you what though. I don't think anybody listened to CLB and suddenly they're like, okay, now I get Drake. I'm all in on Drake.
No.
But we got people out here. We got people out here after All Out switching the pronouns. If you know what I mean. For AEW. So
Facts. And I'm still
Drake.
I don't. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense.
Who had a better showing, Adam Cole or Drake?
Don't do this. Drake. I'm like Wesley Snipes with a gun. Like, Drake. Drake. It's because Adam Cole had the theme. His theme is a banger too. Drake.
So it's not Adam Cole. It's not Drake. It's Adam Cole.
At the end of the day, it's still Drake. Drake.
He said, "Don't make me say it."
Yeah. At the end of the day, again, like I said, ride or die, always.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll lie to yourself like that, huh?
No bullshit. You will lie to us.
This man over here has pissed me off so many times. Like at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm with this man. You motherfucker.
But wait. So
this man was mad that I called him out on his Brody Lee Carper shit. Then when I had the information about the Brood, he didn't want to hear it.
He said he had Brood stats. What I'm saying is,
you got Brood stats, my nigga. Hey, be my. When I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I'm wrong.
Adam Cole's reportedly went from almost being Leo Rush to Bobby Lashley to debuting in AEW and
Keith Lee
pulling the swerve where they're literally kissing.
Oh, they did that before. That was their
and you're telling me that there's something on CLB where you're like,
maybe Adam Cole's the real sort of certified lover boy.
That's their thing, but you frowned your face and getting your ass ate.
Break. I ain't never had two guys kiss me on my cheek either, so you better slow down. Whoa. All right, you know what? See, this is what I mean. You just said who, and you said this shit not even 2 minutes later.
Which cheeks are we talking about now?
Wow.
Whoa, wait.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Yo, niggas is back. Niggas is black. Famless. As always, it's the Black Rasslin Podcast. Giving y'all black pro wrestling representation from a drunk ass nigga perspective. I'm sorry. As always, it's your boy Cal, aka Murphy Lee Moriarty. Peace to my brother fam. As always, representing rockthedub.com, Black Rasslin Podcast, and all points in between. As you can see, the squad is on the line, and the homie. We'll talk to him in a sec. Please say what's good to the people, yo.
Yeah. The intelligent hoodlum, aka I'm in your madam's hole, baby. Cal.
Cal. What's poppin'?
I'm in the best shape of my life. Cal.
Yo, what's good with you? What's good with you?
Cal, that work was written on the tarot cards.
Yes, it was.
Seeing the future is bearing searing odds. Mere mortals, while us minotaurs are stomping through your many flaws. At Math Damon.
You gotta do it to them every week.
Damon.
We might have to release all these on like a mixtape or something.
Damon.
Like a 4-minute long mixtape.
I had something. I can't follow that. Davis, aka Drip, stat guy, white boy for BRP.
You're the Paul White. You got to be the Paul White. You got to.
Don't you ever say that to me again? Don't you ever say that to me again?
You're too sexy.
Shout out to fam, aka BJ Gray.
I don't know what's going on. I didn't say nothing.
I don't like that.
This week again, peace to fam. Fam is he's on location right now.
Peace to Cuz is creaming himself right now.
Word, it's like that.
The Cowboys score.
You were giving me shit with CLB last week with the this is fam this week. Dak Prescott.
Wow.
Fam is the father from South Park and that meme and shit. Right now. He's sitting with a Cowboys jersey on and his pants down, cream.
Ridiculous.
They just scored.
It's a wrap. We won't hear from him for the rest of the
every
week.
year. They're like, this is the year. Spoiler alert. It wasn't.
Fam and that bitch just like this.
No.
Troy Aikman.
I'm gonna keep it. I forget what I was doing on Monday, but I wasn't watching pro wrestling, and I got an alert on my phone. Wilkins, peace to Sir Wilkins from the Jobber Tears podcast. He had tweeted.
Peace to Wilkins.
He tweeted, "Yo, someone in the crowd has got a BRP 50 sign." at Black Rasslin or however, whatever he tweeted. I said, what? So I started looking because I'm like, damn, I'm realistic about what this pod does and the reach that the pod has. So I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's no photos. I go on and look, there's no photos. So I'm like, shit, now I got to start watching Raw. So I'm hitting the group. I'm like, yo, are you seeing this? Blah, 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 blah. And I think it was Fam was like, they've had this tag team. I was like, I turned it on. I'm like, it's just been this tag team match. Fam's like, nah, this tag team match been going on for like a half hour or something like that. So I start rewinding back. I get to the New Day, who were murdering. The irony of all this is that the New Day is murdering all competition in the tag team turmoil. I guess it was a gauntlet match, 7 tag team thing.
At that time, they were fighting 2 fat white men.
I saw when it was Lucha House Party, and it was a picture because I'm like, where the hell is it? I'm not saying. Keeks is telling me, yo, it's in the back.
They started fighting the refrigerators. They fought the refrigerators first.
Yeah, facts. So I'm watching and I see the picture, and sure enough, the shit came up like these. It was like these, and it said BRP 50 on it. I said, what the fuck is that?
Facts.
That's on TV. Hold up. That was on TV. Hold up. That was on TV.
That was on TV.
That's crazy. Now before we get to that though, work first. DatWerkk is someone that I met through.
State your name, gangster.
Yeah.
This is DatWerkk.
Yeah, are you comfortable with the people knowing who you are, Work?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I mean, you might not get the government name right now.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
At DatWerkk on Twitter, at Be Fair to Bel Air on Instagram. There's a story behind that one.
Nigga, I don't even have that.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't know that either. I gotta make sure I follow that. Be Fair to Bel Air.
I'll hit y'all on the side with that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Because I think what someone else had said was that there was also a support Black Rasslin poster. Now, talk to me. Were both of those posters were yours?
Yeah, they're both mine.
You knew you were going to Raw past.
Yeah. So I bought the ticket probably like 2 months, maybe 3 months before the show. And I knew pretty close to after that I was going to bring something like the support Black Rasslin sign. Like I think I mentioned it on one of the Zooms that we be on.
Right.
I said I got something planned because somebody said actually somebody should bring a fat head of cow, and I'm like I'm not bringing that, but I got something planned, and that was
we gotta start doing the part of the interruption like our faces with like the popsicle stick like.
I'm not saying do it. All right, because we're going to sidebar in a sec. I would be so upset because I've got like a large like if you made a fat head of me, like just my big ass head sitting in the. I would go crazy if I was sitting watching TV and that shit was out there. But I know the people behind it would be. For real. The people sitting behind that would be going crazy. But wait, Work you've been to pro wrestling shows before? You've been to TV tapings before?
Yeah, I used to. I went through a period for like probably actually it was only a year before we all got shut down where I was going to a lot. Like I was doing the most.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that.
I was going to I think between like September of 2019 and the shutdown. I think I went to like 40 shows.
God damn.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You always brought signs?
No, not always. I brought a few. Occasionally, but nothing. Yeah, no, it wasn't like a regular thing for me.
But you always had them pristine seats, them good ass seats.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was some good seats, some good ass seats.
A little, yeah. There was a point where I went through like some changes in my personal life, and I just had a whole lot more money to myself than I would normally was having to share with other people. And I was like, well, time to treat myself now. So
facts. Now I understand how 40 shows happens before lockdown. Now that makes sense.
You ain't gonna see me do that now. I got looking for 40 shows.
Said fuck that. Now
We're busy spending his money on fucking Drake wear and Calgon.
40 tattoos.
Crazy. Now
I was thinking, see, everyone's always shocked when like that.
That's
Love
disgusting.
boy.
That's
Love
fucking.
boy.
This nigga's
Go have some
nasty.
sugar, bitch.
We were talking earlier about goddamn Bud Light seltzer. We were talking earlier about the week. I was wondering, like, what was there something specific? Did you know what before the show that you were going to do a support Black Wrestling poster? And like, talk about the thought process behind when you said I'm doing this to do this. Like, what would talk? Break that down for the people that may not understand.
Yeah, that's a good question because I've seen some of the reaction online, and I think people received it. Not everybody, because there's always like the noisy minority, but there's lots of people that received it not the way I intended at all.
Right.
It was really just a message of support. Like I knew, like I said, probably. So to go back to one of your last questions, Kyle, like when I did bring signs back then, there was some other podcasts that I really fuck with heavy.
Word.
And I would bring something like kind of like inside jokes of those podcasts and stuff like that, just to kind of give them like a little bit of support and
Something
recognition or whatever, right? Yeah, exactly. Or like there was other wrestling podcasts, right? So I was doing that, and I kind of shifted my focus a little bit, and some of it is based on like the change in the wrestling landscape and how people are kind of like pitting one company versus another and whatnot. And the shows that I really mess with heavy now are this one, Black Announce Table. Wrestle Rap, Cheap, like the ones, right?
Word, community.
Yeah, and so there's a message that I feel like has been very much like kind of overlooked amongst like the wider, PWI type podcast, if you know what I mean.
We'll get to that in a little bit as well, right?
And so this was just a message. I was like, hey, this is something, and honestly, the reason I brought it to a WWE show is it was almost a little bit of recognition for them as well for doing what the sign said. That's what I was thinking, basically.
There was when because this is what happened. So I see the shit, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I'm taking the photo. Any of them shots you saw on the Twitters, that was mine. It was just me looking at the Hulu rewind and going back, and I started sharing them on Twitter. And Twitter, it's just like, oh shit, that's crazy. I think, and we'll get to in a sec, I mentioned that the support Black Wrestling sign was confiscated. And on Twitter, nobody even mentioned that. Nobody, I mean, I think people understood if you're at a live show and they don't like whatever sign, that sign's going to get taken away for whatever reason. And I wasn't tripping off of that. But when I put it up on the Instagram and I mentioned, how did I write it? Because you in between the time where I was going to put the photo up on Instagram and I started to post it, you had shared the image of the full shot while you were in your seat. And I put, as a joke, I was like, swipe for the full poster before that one gets confiscated as well. And for whatever reason, on Instagram, it turned into the WWE has always supported the Black pro wrestler. They made them all stars. They're still doing it to this day. It was like,
it got to be two WWEs.
That's the more important part because they were sounding ludicrous with the accolades they were giving Vince McMahon and stuff for, employing Black people, during the last 40, 50, 60 years or whatever. I don't know what point they were really trying to make, aside from the fact that Black people got checks. Like they weren't pushed as the people they were mentioning. It was like 2 or 3 that you could really say, they were pushed to a certain level. But anyway, it's just the idea that the WWE has been doing it right. And the irony of you holding up that sign and that sign being taken away while the New Day are spending the first half hour, 45 minutes of the show, whatever, doing what the new Xavier Woods is out there putting on work, just like Kofi's out there. They were doing, great tag team wrestling. So it was, I hated that the people in the comments were turning it into this looks like hate for the WWE when realistically, like you said, it was showing and proving that what people have been saying is actually it's starting to happen. And again, there's been a lot that's happened this week that we'll talk about, and that I think people will be able to see that these conversations aren't just work grabbing some poster board and holding it up at a show. I don't think I got any stills of the support Black Wrestlers poster. How early did that get confiscated?
It was probably, I'm pretty sure it was during the first hour of the show. Like the last picture I saw of it it might have been during the Viking Raiders part of the tag team, the refrigerated part of the tag team turmoil match. It was early. It was early. It made it out a few times. Yeah, I don't know. It may have made it a little bit past that, but yeah, it wasn't long.
What do they say? They just tap your shoulder?
So it's funny. So yeah, like I said, I had it out a couple times, and there was a point where I'm trying to figure out if I want to tell this whole story.
I had it out a couple times with no context.
It's all yours. The show is yours.
No, for real. We got it. We have to go through all of this to figure it out, so the people know. So
there's a one of the security guys. I'm talking about not the yellow windbreaker building security joint, but like one of the black polo WWE cats came up to me, and this is a guy. Like he looked familiar. I think I might have met him before at another show. And
you be outside.
The only reason
he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and like I talked to a security guy after the show to try to figure out the situation. He told me his name is like, yeah, I think I know that guy. And the only reason I mentioned that is because he came up to me, and back in like the dark days, I used to actually go to a lot of these shows in full on like cosplay. And I won't say who it's of, but it was a guy that these days we only refer to him as that nasty nigga Patrick.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. And so this guy comes up, and I hear out of like off to the side, I hear somebody saying, "Hey, Dream," and I'm like, "What?" Nobody's said that to me at one of these shows.
That's crazy.
Oh shit!
And so that's crazy.
I think he remembered me from when I used to be like, I'm talking about ruffled shirt and
right. You was out there to have fun.
Yeah.
Dream
so
works.
he was.
I think out there to have fun and
DreamWork, man. That's in contention to be name of the episode. That's funny.
The situation because it was friendly. It was probably the most friendly interaction you're gonna have with security in any situation when you're interacting with security.
Right.
And I look over at him once he gets my attention. He looks at me almost like come on, like I should have known
not to do that. Yeah.
Right. And so I asked him straight up. I was like, "Is it because of what it says?" Like just point blank, I asked him that question. And he did confirm that. He said that's part of it. And so he did admit that was part of it. The thing that got their attention, though, and he said this to me, and this is honestly something I'd heard at previous shows. It might have been me. I don't remember. Was at one point I put it over what they call the banner, which is the barricade. I put it over. Like I was just being late. I knew better, right? And as soon as I did that, that's what got their attention. And even when I talked to the other cat after the show, he was like, "Oh yeah, the support black." Like they all knew.
Wow.
They all knew. And so he said it was that. It was what it said. It was. He said because we saw you checking the screens in the arena.
Oh shit!
On camera, which to me is kind of strange because I'm just trying not to be the dude that's just like this.
Yeah, work, but work. You know what it is. You see how we're looking at what this like when you're looking at the podcast. That's them producing the show with like 500. There's probably one camera. Look, who's that? Keep camera 17 on that guy.
Yeah,
that's why they have the earpieces. Be like,
So
and there was probably the one security guy. Oh, that's Dream. Keep the camera on Dream. Yeah, that was Dream Cam. Yeah.
Lock in.
That's crazy.
The nigga with the sign. The nigga with the sign.
That's crazy.
So they got their attention, and they're like, "Yeah, we got to take it."
But they didn't say anything about the BRP 50. They didn't know what that was.
He said, "Let me see the other one." I showed it to him. He's like, "That's fine." I don't know
because he didn't know what it was. Yeah. This man saying burp 50. What the fuck is burp 50?
Thought it was a license plate or something. That's funny.
Legit.
Me having the profession that I have, I'm still arguing at that point. Like I know I can't win,
right?
But I'm still arguing.
Facts.
And so And so I said, and I said to him, I said, I mean, when I got here, they called somebody and they said that I could bring it in. And he said, who? And I said, I was at security. They questioned it. They called somebody.
Mike.
I heard him on the phone. He said,
you just said you.
His name was Mike.
Mike.
And then after I said all that, he looked at me and said, do you know who we all report to? And that was the end of the conversation.
Damn, so that was a Vince, or that was a Kevin Dunn, one of the two. Somebody who could go.
I was like,
he pulled it out and said, this is what I got.
That sounds crazy.
Read it.
That sounds crazy. So wait, now you mentioned, am I crazy, or because you were again? Hold up. Like I said, like we're not tripping. You were right. You were right there. For people that are tripping, where you see the BRP 50, that is where work was, and Kofi was right. He was standing on the ring apron. There was some. He saw the signs. There was some type of interaction.
There was some situation, so like between like during a commercial break at some point, because they stopped the tag team turmoil match, and they came back later on. And when he came back out, I couldn't hear him, but he said something like he was like saying something and like pantomiming something about signs.
he said, show it to him.
So
That's exactly
must be. And so I pulled out the BRP 50 because at that point that's all I had, and he gave me like the Weebay face. He was like, oh, like he looked at me like he recognized what it was.
Show it to him.
And then I pull my mask down. I'm
Like I was number one before. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah.
And I'm talking to him. I was like, they took my other sign, and he was like shocked. He's like, they took it. And then there's not that much more talking than that. But yeah.
Right, yeah.
They took it like they take everything else.
He's like, all right. He's like, all right, guy, I gotta go back to wrestling on TV. But I recognize that's crazy. That's I will say, if I haven't said it already, I feel like I have, but officially, the Black Rasslin Podcast salutes you. Word. Oh, thank you so much.
You ain't got to say it.
Well, the thing is he didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's, be clear, for people that don't understand, there are a lot of different pro wrestling podcasts, a lot of different pro wrestling media companies out there doing a lot of great work. You know what I'm saying? It's us, and again, that's why I say the community. You know what it is if you're a part of it. And it's broad, it's vast, and sometimes people don't like each other, but we don't have to talk about that right now. But to say after the weekend, and the questions that came about after All Out specifically, and the Twitter spaces and the timeline conversations that are happening, I think those two posters specifically, they meant a lot, and as you can see, it drove a lot of conversation. And there's other, and I'm not saying it was a catalyst for some of these things, but it is. You can see that happened Monday, and then there's like specific points, whether it was an AEW Dark or it was a Dynamite or there was an NXT going on. Like there's been a lot that's been happening in the last couple of days, and I think that moment in time, the fact that I can go on the Hulu and pull up Raw and see somebody have a poster with random letters and numbers that were really just some shit that I came up with my brothers 3 years ago just to do something different, and it's turned into like these again. It makes people see that these things are as real as they've been. If that makes any sense.
It's not for Black Wrestling matters. Black wrestlers matter.
Right.
For that to, you know what I'm saying? For that to be live on television.
On TV.
While Black wrestlers are on television,
you
know what I'm saying? It started something. No matter how small you might think it is. That shit started a term, my nigga. That shit was fucking dope. Real
now,
shit.
I will say, after I made the moment content and we blasted it all out, I did it twice. I'm like, yeah, go another one. Because there was this shot. I don't know what else happened throughout the show, but
I don't like that one.
It's the clearest shot with
Yeah.
That doesn't remind you of the woman who was too close. Like,
I don't like that.
It had to happen again. I have video clips. This is the best shot of it on TV.
I don't like that.
Now, it was crazy because, again, I'm as the person who's always coming up with these conspiracy theories. I always think they out to tell me to shut the fuck up. So I see this on TV after Lashley wins, and then as he stands up after, I'm like, yeah, he fucking did it. He's the champion, and then fucking almost does the Keith Lee rise out of nowhere and picks him up and slam. I was like, damn, they did that because of me. They just told me to shut the fuck up.
Oh no, and it was almost too. They're like almost get in front of that fucking sign.
It was almost specifically.
You said Cal.
Work. I forever.
No, Work's drinks is on me.
I'm saying,
it's not even. I honestly like not even to like get too serious about it or make it too big a deal or whatever. But that is. I feel like it's all a community. Like this is a thing that we all like share love for, and that is my platform.
That's it.
Waste all this money sitting front row. Let me do something cool with it.
Did you enjoyed the show? I mean, you didn't know you were getting the New Day dominating that tag team turmoil match, but it was a fun show overall.
It was. It's always a little bit of a trick when you are at shows live because you're always like, oh yeah, that was dope, and then you get home and people are like, no, that was
ass.
But I think this time it was it was a step up.
Yeah,
for whatever reason is what it felt like to me.
A lot of online. A lot of people were reacting to the show early, and again, it's probably because they spent an hour and a half with the New Day killing everybody.
Yeah,
Black
Rasslin. The sign made the night. Real shit. Real
facts.
And I'm not even talking about the BR. That's motherfuckers may get it twisted. I'm not even talking about the BRP sign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it legit is bigger than Black Rasslin. You know what I'm saying? So the sign sparked it. And then for New Day to damn near run the gambit, but then you see Bobby Lashley and Black Giant almost, or whatever you want to call him. Almost the Giant.
Almost coming.
Oh, wow.
Almost coming. You got the trench coat.
That's your man?
No.
Oh, okay.
He will be when he sees him coming for him.
You gotta relax.
That sounds crazy. I will say though, going back and watching The Wire and see like them early, because you didn't know what an Omar was. You didn't know who Omar was. You saw some kid. Omar coming. Omar. Them niggas said.
I knew Omar.
His name was really Omar?
No.
Don't say his name.
I'm not gonna say his name. Rest
it?
in peace.
Word.
Oh, okay.
Word.
Rest in peace. But yeah, he was legit one of them guys. Like, shit, let me get the fuck out the block. And I was little, my nigga. Like, yo, I'm 11.
Right.
He gonna run my pocket. This nigga might try to fit my jeans. Like, let me get the fuck out of here.
All I got is bubble gum, Omar. All I got is bubble gum. Give me that shit.
Yeah, I'll take that shit too.
You run with them niggas, give me that shit. Nah, that's crazy.
Exactly.
And how you can tell it's work in the picture, because you have that purple do-rag on, right?
Yeah.
One of the funniest things from the Zooms was you in that. So everyone was like, oh, how do you know it's him? Like, no, that's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
What? That was a
funny.
thing. No, go ahead.
That was my transformation. So I used to have, and y'all only know me since I had a shaved head, but I used to have like a foot of hair. That was part of the nasty nigga Patrick situation was I could do his hair too.
You were actually styling it into that shit.
And after a minute, that got old. That gets old. So I was just I was tying it up and putting it under a do rag. And I was like, this is easier. And so I could do that forever.
All for the cosplay. That's crazy.
Nasty nigga Patrick will never not be funny.
It's amazing. It's amazing that it's a thing because it's true.
Because that's what derailed his momentum. That's what killed his career.
You better not. Now, Math, when again, because all stupid.
He's gone now.
The engagement on the Black Rasslin Instagram can be back and forth. A lot of it depends on when we hit the conversation. I wasn't expecting the talk underneath some of these images to be what they were, and there were people, I don't know their names, but there were people that had questions about shit, and you like said,
TJ Henderson,
whatever the
guys.
You was, I mean, were you pissed? What was pop like? Why did you feel the need to have to respond to these cats like that?
I feel the need to respond, because one, I always feel like the posts are to get conversation started.
Right. That's what my hope. That's my hope.
You don't agree with the shit, I don't care. It's just to get the conversation started. Word. But certain individuals that come are only there to troll or to be the contrarian. That's right. Cool. Like, I'm cool with you being a contrarian, but under every post, like every 2 or 3 posts a week, you under there saying, but what about the white wrestlers? Okay, cool. What about the Latino wrestlers? My nigga, start your own page.
Facts.
Go ahead, Cal. My bad.
It's interesting to see, and it'd be different if it was like FamCalMathWrestling.com or old people wrestling. The page is called Black Rat. Like there was a conscious reason for it to be called Black. If you see the name Black Rasslin and are confused when someone's like, there's not enough black pro wrestling going on representing the people that are watching it on these shows and on these YouTubes and at these promotions. Why? What did you think? Wow. You just wanted a T-shirt? They sold out.
It's weird to me, yo.
Set up a post notification.
I don't understand it, and then it's just the arguments that motherfuckers was making was the WWE. First of all, Work didn't say the WWE needs to support black wrestlers.
Right.
It
was not a protest message, which is everybody's got the guard up for some reason that I'm protesting something.
Remember, I'm sorry, Mav. I'm sorry. No, remember, they also got mad when people just said Black Lives Matter.
Son.
It turned into something else. We can't just say, like, yes, we're great.
Cal, for a nigga to tell me, yo, King Mabel got pushed, I'm like, push where, nigga, off the edge?
It's always if you're giving me 3 examples and Mo and Mabel is one of your first examples, come on.
Like, fam, and that's why I say, yo, the fact that you know the names of the people doesn't bother you. Like, yo, you can come up with this shit off the top of your head. Oh, Bobby Lashley.
They don't think about it that way. They don't think about it that way at all. That was Brandy Rhodes with the "You're Not Cheering the Black" main event, and she's talking about the Red Velvet match that just happened like 3 days ago or something like that.
It's legit. Yo, so when your black wrestlers for at least 7 straight years are the same fucking people over 4 promotions, it's a problem. You can't. It's only so many Junkyard Dogs, Tony Atlas, SD Jones, Pez Watley, and Abdullah the Butcher matches. They over?
They ask them the top 5 Pistol Pez Watley matches. They ain't got it.
Exactly. Oh yeah, the one when he was talking and then he ran in the ring and fought the other nigga. Like, the one with SD Jones.
It's such a ridiculous situation. It's so ridiculous. But it brings up an interesting point, because one of the other things that happened on Raw this week was there was a 24/7 segment where I guess Jeff Hardy was in the mix. It starts with the flippy nigga Reggie. He stole Sin Cara move, but instead of just doing it like a regular, and again, I'm not making it a competition, but Sin Cara would just run and do a front flip. Not saying just, but he would hit the thing and do a front flip. Reggie is hitting it on the side. He hitting that shit like he's Spider-Man.
Oh, you ain't never hit it from the side.
I don't think Reggie's ever hit it from the side.
Shit, he hit the nigga. You just said he was hitting it from the side, dog.
He hit the springboard from the side.
Pardon me, God.
So Jeff Hardy is involved in this 24/7 segment. And I know I'm old, but the whole internet said he was trending. Oh my God, the legend's he's not getting his just due. Oh my God, why is he in the why y'all doing this to this man? He needs to be in his proper right place. Maybe he's not talented enough to be in the main event. That's what I hear when I talk about the black folks that aren't in a certain position. Oh, think about if they have enough skills to be in that conversation. We got Bianca Belair. She picked up another person, walked them into the ring at WrestleMania. She won an ESPY. I don't care what you're talking about when you talk to me about grading competition. It's not that. It can't be that because we are fucking smoking you. Every match. Swole, did you see Swole on Dark? A 3 falls match. She took the chain. Bye out.
Watch out now.
She didn't get up. Shorty didn't get up. What I'm saying is, it's funny to me that they can understand somebody being held down when it's a Jeff Hardy, but they can't take the 2 seconds to think about why Scorpio Sky's been in X amount of main events, but that man still has to be teaming with Ethan Page. Or why people keep screaming Powerhouse Hobbs' name and he seems to be relegated to a certain position right now. Like it's funny that we can't. It's not clear enough to people. I have to have back and forth conversations about, hey, maybe Jeff Hardy's a little too old, which I've been saying since he came back. Maybe he's a little too old to be the legend that y'all think he's not Edge. If he was Edge, he would have been in that match.
Edge ain't Edge, nigga.
And if you don't have the ability to be an Edge where you can say, yo, I've been conceiving this match with Seth Rollins for 2-3 months or whatever. If you can't do that, if you're just the dude that paints his face and does these, and then you're losing to Jinder and all these mans, like I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, Jeff Hardy needs to be doing more. Who should Jeff Hardy be fighting right now for what title?
The DA, nigga. That's who Jeff Hardy should be fighting.
Should he be in AEW at this point? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Is that a penitentiary?
Niggas keep going with it. Niggas keep getting signed. They roll right up in there.
Oh, why?
It must be high. I don't know. Well, all I'm saying is I just think it's funny that when it's Jeff Hardy, I should be understanding of why this man isn't in whatever position they want him to be in. Pause. Maybe he shouldn't be here. Maybe everybody isn't deserving of a spot. Again, that's what I'm told. When I question why somebody's not in a certain spot, it's look at the talent.
And this completely sidebar. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I had to get that off. Keep going.
I don't mean to throw you off. When do you feel, because AEW is kind of going against the grain of what WWE put out there as what a champion or a main eventer looks like?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When do you feel like that will, or do you feel like it'll ever make its way over to the other show? They'll go back to like the Bret Hart as a champion mentality. Yeah. Because it's not there. It's not there yet. Like you'll get flashes of it,
right?
But it's not. It's not gone.
It's a Vince thing. I think as long as Vince is there, I don't think there's any way around it. That because if he's in that position of this is my show, goddammit, and he's gonna rip up the script and write a new one, it's gonna look however he feels wrestling should look. And that's the part I wasn't understanding with the Jeff Hardy shit because he's a legend. I understand his legacy and all these titles that he's won and what he's been in. But if right now Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn are saying this man's in the 24/7 division, I'm not pointing at you, Drip. I'm just saying this is the proverbial. This is where that nigga's supposed to be at right now.
He's definitely fighting for the women's title.
What? How come for Jeff Hardy the mentality has to be he needs to be doing better, but we can't think of why Ricky Starks shouldn't already be in a position.
Why he got an FTW title?
Exactly. It doesn't make it, and the fact, and it's not just. It's different when it's cats that you consider allies. It's different when it's people that you think should know better, but because it becomes someone they are holding up on a pedestal,
correct.
They can't. They somehow the conversation is different because he's got eyes painted on his eyelids. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it cracks me up. I'm laughing that people are this serious about the shit. I think it's funny, and he's over here talking about, look, I showed up to work that day. That's what was supposed to happen for my life today.
I don't think for most of them it's that serious. Like the workers, the wrestlers actually involved. I think they know what time it is. You know, that's right. Just they got a part to play.
Facts. I always wonder, like, not that I have a big relationship with pro wrestlers, but like the pro wrestlers that I've talked to before on the WWE roster, do they ever look at some of this shit and be like, these niggas tripping?
These niggas is. I was about to say that. Is that when they leave? That's like it's legit. Is that when Moxley was like, "Yo, this is some bullshit. I'm out.
These niggas tripping.
I'm out. I would rather get suplexed into 16 plates of glass.
I would rather get slapped in the face by a 56-year-old Japanese man." Let me ask you. All right. Drip. Yeah, Drip, you muted. You muted like shit, Drip. I like saying like shit.
Like shit.
You muted like shit, boy. What you say, Drip?
No, the classy level boy that ate up all your data.
The flaccid lover boy. That's a damn shame.
Wow.
That's in contention. FLB? FLB?
With the
FLB? Flaccid lover boy?
Yo,
that's a shame.
The way I don't I might be jumping.
Nah, what's up?
But the way, like, you got motherfucking work with the signs and shit this week. Right after work come with the signs, you got Lee Moriarty
signing.
Or I don't know, my order might be off, but you have CM Punk talking to what might be Ricky Starks, and then you got Lee Moriarty signing. It's looking like it's heading in a different direction. That's what, like I was saying earlier and shit. So
yeah, I would say, I mean, a lot, and it's going to be an AEW heavy conversation. Work, you saw it All Out?
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. If you down to talk, I mean, it's probably going to get very all elite for a minute, but it's just what's been happening.
Can you hear me now, real quick?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you saying earlier? What were you saying, Drip?
Just again that Jeff Hardy thing was like you said, it's a job for him at this age. He's past his prime in terms of, like, he's had his glory days. He's just showing up to collect the check and do what they want.
Right.
He beat Karrion Kross. People got mad about that. They're killing NXT talent like they always do.
Right.
Now he's in the 24/7 divisions. Like that. Really, that's where he kind of should be. This man shouldn't be taking the title off of Damian Priest. He shouldn't be taking the title off Bobby Lashley. Like, hey, it is what it is.
If he's going to be going out of the territory, isn't he supposed to be putting people over anyway? If not in the 20, again, if he's not fighting Sheamus for that title, and you want him, at least he's on TV.
Yeah.
I think the other thing, Matt, that happened this week, because the conversation around that Swole Diamante three falls match.
I forgot.
Because I will say, and I was trying to figure out, because the hashtag Black Rasslin Draws has been going around this week. I asked Graham. Graham said that he first heard it on one of, again, there were multiple Twitter spaces that were happening this week. Sugar Dunkerton was, he had one, I think, a day later, because Swole was like, these motherfuckers tripping. And she had some words to say on Twitter. I think she may have even joined. I don't know. There was a lot of community spirit going on. And at some point, man, shouts out to the, what is it? The All Elite Whites. What's the Twitter account?
Yeah, All Elite Whites. If I'm not.
At some point, this all manifested into the hashtag of Black Rasslin Draws, and I remember it being big with the this week's episode of AEW Dark, because again, it's one. I think it was Joey Janela and Lee Moriarty. Was it Lee Moriarty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a match.
The Acclaimed return. They won
right.
the tag match.
That was Max Caster and what, I don't know what's the other guy's name?
Anthony Bowens.
Oh,
Max Caster and Anthony Bowens.
Jack Faster.
Max Caster, Jack Faster.
Stop it! No, not in that.
On my Eminem flow.
Jack Faster.
Max Ghetto Blaster.
Wax Bastard.
That's that broken language, right? They don't know about, the kids don't know about nothing like that.
No, I don't know that kind of shit.
Why was that beat so dirt? Dun, 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 dun,
You know the whoever, the Cole Kanai man. The Tory Ryan man. Ready to die man.
And the beat would change. You're like, oh shit. Dun, dun.
Shit, smooth.
Dun, dun, dun. It didn't make no sense. It didn't. You had to be high. You had to roll a blunt to understand.
No bullshit.
Literally, just.
You out that bitch in the fucked up Timberlands. Like your Timberlands was fucked up when you was out.
Your older cousin champion hoodie is maybe like a size too big. You got the hood on.
That shit all raggedy.
Facts. But you needed that. You needed that anyway. I'm sorry. We old. We remember in childhood. A lot of this, oddly enough, was born out of the weekend that All Out had, because this is a very good pay-per-view. I'm not gonna front. Like, I really, at the end of the day, when you look at like what makes a pro wrestling pay-per-view good, it had the surprise endings. It had amazing pro wrestling matches. And then it turned into WCW for a while, but we'll get into that. I didn't realize that I was gonna want to see, and I don't know if they're wrestling again, but this Miro, Eddie Kingston stuff. You can give me that feud for the next year and a half if they're gonna keep putting on openers like that.
It was a good match, but that's it.
Yeah, I think it was just a good opener.
Yeah, they might run it back once, but I think that's it.
That's how I know I'm different.
I think he's probably gonna go over in New York.
Yeah, that's what Milter was saying, that at the U.S. Open show.
In Queens? In Queens?
Yeah.
Queens. In Queens.
Mm-hmm. He's like, that's what that'd be the smart decision to do that.
I didn't realize, I guess this past June was the 10-year anniversary of the first Urban Wrestling Federation show. I found, like, you can find Urban Wrestling Federation fairly easy. They got Facebook, they got a Instagram, they got a Twitter. I found the plug with the full episode, like the full DVDs that they was putting out with like Gunplay and Uncle Murder and all the rap, because it it'd be like, we got Homicide, we got Low Key, we got Eddie King. They had like all the like ambiguously, you know,
New York guys, yeah,
all the New York ambiguously racial guys, and then it would be Gunplay, Uncle Murder, what was that one? Just Rome C. It would be any random rappers that was around and like down to catch a check and do like these little like hip hop pro wrestling vignettes, like, yo, put the brick down, we got a pro wrestling match happening. But then it would just be ECW style Raw, but it's got the whole hour-long episodes on the. I found YouTube. I'm like, this weekend. That's all I'm watching. And that was when I first saw Eddie Kingston.
Put the brick down, nigga.
Yeah, we got to go have a wrestling match. What kind of PSA is this?
That was the show, Urban Wrestling Federation.
Like, wrestling.
What the show is?
To be fair, Ric Flair was doing that for 15 years.
This is true.
In the South, anyway.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Japan,
now,
Mexico.
Speaking of Japan, whose man's that day is Suzuki Mizuki? What's his name?
All right, first of all, Moxley
Minoru Suzuki.
Kojima, and then Minoru Suzuki showed up. Yeah.
Don't front. Nobody cared about Kojima. Nobody cared compared to like how they cheered for Minoru.
Yeah, Minoru Suzuki's the shit. Yeah.
Why?
Because he'll just slap you into CTE.
How old is he?
He's 50-something, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's worth it to y'all?
They're doing the boss ladder situation is what it feels like to me. Like I don't.
Suzuki is 53. Yeah, it's Moxley working his way to Tanahashi. That's what he has to face all the legendary IWGP champions to get to Tanahashi.
I know that the AEW audience fucks with Japanese wrestling. Are they going to fuck with like Moxley just basically going to Japan, like hitting the Japanese pro wrestling circuit in AEW? Is that what he's resigned to because there's all these other white guys that are in the main event now? No disrespect.
No, I think that's what he wants.
Yeah,
that's why he let maybe not like Matt was saying, like he was like, this is bullshit. I want to go and do the Japan stuff, and then if I'm not doing that, I'm doing light tubes and glass, etc.
He had that GCW hoodie on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the motherfucking biking shorts on and
the A6, yeah.
You know what I mean? Give motherfuckers forearm shivs and shit like that.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, motherfucker.
A hammerlock into a arm bar to a.
What's the close
abdominal stretch?
Yeah.
What's
oh, that was wrestling, yeah.
Wait, what's the closest what's his name in Death Rider? What's his name in Japan?
Yeah, the Death Rider. Yeah.
What's the closest match I can see to that style?
That he's done in AEW?
Like that I could watch in America.
His first
him and Pac had a match.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the closest because he was still wearing the trunks at that time. The first month of Dynamite he was wearing the first match against Shawn Spears, then he had the tag match with him and Pac against Omega and Hangman. Okay. Then him and Pac had the match the week after that went to the end of Showtime on the draw.
I kind of like I see glimpses of that and what he's doing with like the way he's hitting motherfuckers with suplexes and whatnot. You can tell that he's got that vibe to him. I would like to see that more if that's the track he's going on. Yeah, no, but I'm saying like he's that when he's in the ring. He's coming through the crowd with the wild, like if he was coming through the crowd with the wild thing, but he had the gear, like he looked like he was ready to
not
kill
the Wolverine,
shit, you know what I'm saying?
Not the great value Wolverine, as Fam says.
Yeah, like he's literally getting the Wolverine boots that you would get at Walmart and some black cargo pants.
He wears those in real life. Remember,
anything
he wears those in real life.
With that on, when I see white boys with that shit on, I'm like,
that's his going to work outfit.
Let me make sure you don't have a shotgun on you.
I know I'm ignorant to a lot of this stuff. I did not care when I saw him slapping Minoru.
You didn't care about CM Punk coming back. Who cares what you think?
That's true.
I didn't care about none of this shit.
CM Punk, click.
Did you see the match?
Yeah, it was good. Really good.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be Bret Hart for a bit. I'm gonna be Bret Hart, but guess what?
Well, he is Bret Hart without Petty.
I can't be Bret Hart. He realized that quick. I'm not Bret Hart. I'm good, but I'm not the excellence of execution.
Who the fuck wants to be Bret Hart?
CM Punk. I saw the video. They had the side by side. Oh, we grappling, and then the 1, 2, 3 kid, he gonna throw me, and I'm gonna sit down and be like, hey, that's crazy, and then we gonna get back to it, and then the wrestling match is gonna be Darby Allin taking himself and throwing himself at me no matter what's going on.
That was Darby Allin?
That was Darby Allin was supposed to be 1, 2, 3 kid, no?
I thought
the 1, 2, 3 emo kid.
I thought it was Spike Dudley.
Don't do that, Matt.
Wait. I want Matt.
Spike Dudley?
Don't do that to Spike.
Matt.
Don't do that to Spike.
You said.
Oh, don't do that to Spike. That's facts.
Yeah, don't do that to
No,
Spike.
Wow. Come on, Ork. Come on.
You tweeted. Is he not just Spike Dudley? And people agree. What's it? Break that down for people to understand the Darby Allin Spike Dudley situation for me, please.
Yo, if you recall, Spike Dudley was the crash dummy.
Right.
He was niggas threw him all over the arena. You know what I mean? Bullied him for 15 minutes. And then he hits an acid. He'll always get you with a maestro cradle or small package or backslide or some bullshit like that, like a lucha pin. You know what I'm saying? Frankenstein into a whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you hold both legs and like put all your momentum forward.
Right. And then he'll hit the acid drop and get a 1, 2, 3. Jesus. When I watch Darby Allin throw himself all around the ring, I see Spike fucking Dudley. It's no offense. He gets no offense in.
I said he used the code red.
What's that?
And like a modified stun. The code red is what.
So he comes. So the white dude brings a Mountain Dew to the ring with him, and then you gonna call it a move.
I'm dead. I'm sorry. I appreciate
This nigga legit gets beat on for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Coffin drops. The 16 coffin drops, gets several near falls, and then loses.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
He's a star. He's the star.
But he's the next champion.
Of course.
When I turn on Dark, I see motherfucking what's Ed Wolf's brother's name?
Dante Martin.
Dante fucking Martin.
He wrestled Powerhouse Hobbs,
is putting on a show every week.
Yeah.
And loses every fucking week. He won last week, pardon me. But loses every week to the likes of Joey fucking Janela.
I was surprised. Watching that match, I was surprised that Joey Janela, like they don't have nobody else.
Yeah, they got several other black people, but you would rather have them sitting catering. Dark.
Lee Moriarty had the match, and then they had Sonny Kiss come out, which it makes sense because Sonny and Joey had the beef for a minute. So that was good to see. It was good to see, but it's still Joey Janela.
Why the fuck isn't Crash Holly on motherfucking Dark? This nigga not getting no wins.
Facts.
Crash Allen.
I don't know.
Holly.
Darby Allin.
Former TNT champion.
Who? Darby Allin. Whatever. He feels like that's why he's chilling with Sting. He feels like when they started calling Sting the franchise back in the early 90s, they just hot-shotted that man to a position. And because he's got an enigma, people feel like he's somebody he isn't.
Oh, shit, it's Sting's son. Oh,
right.
No.
Right.
Is that you?
Sting is 6'4".
Right. Well, because the problem is
he gets lawn darted all over the fucking place.
Y'all gotta
What's
Y'all
up,
gotta
Work?
realize, we spend a lot of time talking about representation for people that look like three of us. Sorry, Drew.
Damn.
Facts.
There's different. Even if we don't differentiate, there's different flavors of white people. And
Yeah.
speaks to some of them,
Yeah,
just the way
bland, and bland.
You said bland,
Unseasoned, bland.
Oh shit!
That's
unseasoned, boiled.
I will say, again, it's the same thing with the Jeff Hardy conversation. For the amount of times where I'm told what you have to question how talented a black person is to find out why they aren't in the title contention. I'm surprised that a Darby Allin, no matter what his resolve is, no matter how good he's been as a performer, there are better people than him in AEW right now, and we still have to be subject to that. Like that's a rightful comparison skill wise.
So
which I know this is what Math gets pissed off about all the time.
This is why I'm angry with this shit. So when you have people like, granted, I know they're not mid card. I guess Darby Allin is what you would call upper mid card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like I said, in the whole main event scenario, Darby Allin had a lot of main events over the course of Dynamite.
And he lost all of them.
No, because he was winning his TNT title defenses.
So where do you put that was main event? So where do you put people like I'm a fan of Aleister Black. Pardon me. Mikhail Black or Mikhail Gorbachev, whatever the fuck he goes.
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Oh, I thought he was gonna call Michaela Black.
Michaela Black.
I'm a fan of him. I would put him above Darby Allin in the ring work category, right?
Facts.
And then you have people like Adam Cole. Where is he gonna go? Is that upper mid card?
Well, all right, hold up.
Where's Daniel Bryan going?
We gotta run in on the pod right now. I don't know if the brother's ready, but I'm a.
It must be halftime.
Who's this man?
Oh.
Wait, hold up, though. This man.
See, this is when you start violating. He don't
you
know.
see, look at this shit. His shit frozen, but he got the blue horn. It's blue.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
I didn't know that. Peace to Zal. You got where the bottles at? They on the floor.
They dead.
Big dead. Big dead. Bodymore Bottles in the building. Shouts to Zal for coming through.
I'm about to infringe on your gimmick. Do you mind?
Speak your piece, my nigga.
You got the rap. Hold up.
Cal, Drip, Work.
What's poppin'?
Oh man, no.
No, Zal.
I'm back.
You back?
Yeah, now you're back.
Yep.
No, you going, nigga? No.
This is like the back and forth. No, yeah.
Zal
I'm gonna wait till I'm
like
here for a
Bishop
minute.
on the roof.
I'm gonna wait till I'm here for a minute before.
Word.
There you go.
Word.
Oh
No, Bishop.
It sucks. It sucks.
There you go,
We-
Zal.
we-
No.
Oh.
You really good till you start talking. Honestly,
Yeah, that's the shitty thing. Oh.
it'd be good. It'd be like, I'm good.
Have him exit and then try to come back.
Damn, he's doing IT live on the pod. Damn, see it. We can't do this.
Yeah, Control or delete.
We can't do that.
Control.
We gotta fix this. All right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Shouts to Zell. Zell's trying to make it work.
Well, you
No
said it
pun
running,
intended.
so there it was.
Yeah,
No
you
pun
ran
intended.
smooth the fuck out.
Bodymore Bottles, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Go follow it.
I love that he had bottles. He had bottles on deck. Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Where is she? Is she the first legit AEW star?
Meaning that AEW made
Yes.
Yeah.
her or Orange Cassidy. right?
Well, like we said this last week, Orange Cassidy kind of had some buzz. If you bit, he didn't have mainstream buzz. Britt Baker is legit someone.
I didn't.
That's true.
I will say I didn't know. There was a mystique about Orange Cassidy. I didn't know who he was till he signed.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. It's either you knew or didn't know. Then once you saw it in like the buy-in, like the kicks with Tommy Dreamer, it blew up.
No, you're right, because when he came in, it was like, oh, he's coming.
Right.
Yeah, he actually had the big announcement, like him putting the contract in the orange juice and all that. It was like, oh shit.
Facts. Zell, you good? No.
Damn, Zell. There you go.
There you go.
Fight back, Zell.
This man's fighting the internet connection.
Zell really got the blue whore though.
My buzz is all the way up. You feel me? It's just I don't know what's like. I had a mic and then it didn't work, so I had to ship that one back, and I got the Xbox joint trying to get that to work. So.
Yeah,
I respect. Well, piece to piece again. All you need to do right now in this time is to get your situation right. If that means a couple times for you, that's what it is. But Zell, you good?
In my head?
Are you good?
Yes. I'm good.
Are you fur?
Nah, not yet.
I ain't heard yet.
Not yet.
So Zell was breaking down the lingo on the timeline the other day. I was like, yo, I need fam to tag team in on there because y'all the only two people I know that stay furred.
Hey, man. It's part of the job.
It's part of the
Facts.
job. Now, I mean, yeah, I feel like Britt Baker is a star. I don't know if
I like Shorty.
she's cool. She's definitely a character.
she's a dentist.
Yeah, but her saying DMD, that's over. It's over. It is what it is.
White people like to change shit.
That's what I like.
But guess what? White people be spending that money though, and that's all that matters for them. They all they need is money. All they worried about. If there was a black person that can make money right now, they would be through the fucking roof out that shit.
My question, Cal,
Yeah.
is I only thought Britt Baker was over because of Adam Cole. Right?
You said that. You did say that.
With Adam Cole now being in the same vicinity as Britt Baker,
Right.
I don't believe that this is going to continue the way that it has.
Wait, so do you think
No, because they played up the Tony Schiavone thing on Wednesday. I mean, last night they
I
played
don't
that
even
up.
know what that is.
do you
And
think
Cole said that there's my girl. Get the fuck away.
Because Tony Schiavone he been like the past. It's been a minute. He been like, oh,
It's
I'm
been
close
a
to
year
Britt
almost,
Baker.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm close
Yeah.
to Britt Baker. I'm close to Britt Baker. And then Adam Cole came in like, hey, I know you've been saying that, but it's time for you to step off,
You
shorty.
gotta stop. Yeah.
It's Tony Schiavone.
yeah,
Exactly.
Creep. I'm
If
sorry.
it was a
No.
wrestler, then it would kind of be a little
Right.
bit different.
But wait, did
Yeah,
you hear the
Tony
Tony Schiavone story about Britt Baker and what's the Red Rooster?
Terry Taylor.
Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor called up Tony Schiavone and was like, yo, how's Britt Baker doing? And Tony Schiavone said he was like, you better stay the fuck away from Britt Baker or whatever. But I guess Terry Taylor had like Me Too type allegation creep level shits. So Tony said, I guess when Tony said, oh, he's asking about a woman, he in creep mode right now. Let me protect the damn AEW Women's Champion. So, hey, I don't know. I feel like she's a star. Watching the reaction to her on All Out, it's evident. If any woman is over right now in AEW, it's her. It's her.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Wow.
Just it's
Oh,
It's
wow.
when she's your star, that's kind of like
Again, I just have to assess the situation.
She
Because when I
stinks.
talk about what I like, when I talk about what I do and don't like, I'm crazy.
She stinks, Cal.
yeah.
No,
she
all
does.
right. How many months ago was it when I said that Cesaro is looking like a hoe?
No, oh god, here we go.
Drip. How many months ago was it when I was talking about Cesaro looking like a hoe?
He can still put on great matches and get hoed out.
Getting hoed out.
Britt Baker's a star and is putting on matches.
Speaking of getting hoed out, he was laid out in the middle of that WWE ring when whatever Seth Rollins wanted to do.
Wait a minute.
Whatever Seth wanted to do.
You said that. You put that some extra spice on.
He was laid out on the ground. He was waiting for Edge to come out and help him. He had no offense.
I don't like this topic.
It's not. People be hoes. It's not my fault.
I don't like this.
I tried to show y'all that this man was a hoe. He'd been laying on the floor the rest of the time. What you want me to do? That's his job. That's his position. Lay on your stomach.
Well, I'll go get this chair.
Hey, lay on your stomach real quick. Hey, lay on your stomach real quick.
I'm out of here.
You ready to earn this check? That's what they said. No, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
That was a segue.
We got Terry Taylor here.
What's up?
Can I say something about Britt Baker? It's probably an unpopular take.
No, go ahead.
But
yeah, go ahead.
There's somebody in WWE that does kind of the same shtick as her, or has in the past, and she's better than her.
Who's that? What's the name?
That's Becky Lynch.
Oh shit!
I know. So I said they're similar, and they're both terrible.
I think she's a better Becky Lynch.
Ooh,
she stinks.
Wait, she's better. She's a better heel. You're saying like a better heel persona, a better man.
Yeah, the situation that she's done in the past and looks like she might be going back to doing now.
I like
better
that.
At it.
I agree.
She's good. I said she's better at it.
Yeah, no, I said this a couple weeks ago, and everyone's like, "What do you mean?" Nah, no, I'm like, no, she's Becky Lynch. They're both terrible workers, but then they're like, for what reason? Like, what? Why do you like Britt Baker? Yeah. Give me a reason why you would like Britt Baker. Like, it's not the matches.
It's the blood.
Exactly. Like, come on.
It's damn. They really are the same. They really are the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She bladed against Thunder Rosa, and people are like, oh my god,
because they saw
Jax broke her face, and everyone's like, Becky Lynch is the shit. That was an accident.
Well, no, but remember, because again, like this weekend was so AEW crazy, and all the toys were coming out, and they have the exclusive Britt Baker model head with all the blood. What was the match called? The Lights Out or whatever it was called. The blood's all over.
Match, yeah.
All the blood is all over her face. Special. Like it's. I didn't think about her and Becky Lynch, and it's damn. Britt Baker really is AEW Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Great.
They both stink.
No, don't call her great value. Don't call her great value.
I like saying great value. Great value Becky Lynch.
Well, I said she was great value Becky Lynch. I think I said in the glide that she was great value Becky Lynch. We're saying that she's better.
I'm saying Becky Lynch is great value for Baker.
Damn. I like that.
We're saying she's better. I kind of agree.
I like
with the heel stuff, at least about getting hated and like generating stuff that's like real.
The character.
Britt Baker's better at that because the Becky Lynch thing is just like, nah, you're just corny. That's it.
Well, I have to be talking about the character because again, the next match on All Out was Lucha Bros against the Mo and Joe Buck, and I mean that situation. And I realize what it is. I do not like the Young Bucks as people. Like, I don't like the characters. I can't vibe with, and none of that talks or speaks to me. But when
Cal
they get in the ring,
anti-Christian.
I don't know about that. But what I'm saying, when they get into the ring,
Cage.
When they get into the ring, they know how to put together good matches. You know what I'm saying? It was Penta, and mind you, they got the most amazing dance partners, Penta and Phoenix. Come on. Every move, it was amazing.
I was set for you to say that you weren't enjoying that shit.
No, I love. Again, one of my favorite matches is the damn tag team match at a Starrcade from like 20 some years. I love good tag team pro wrestling, and for a show where when I see, especially a lot of Bucks and Lucha Bros matches, it's a lot of setups. It's a lot of suspending your disbelief in a pro wrestling match because they're building toward these spots.
Yeah.
They could have done a different cage match. There wasn't a lot of flying off of the cage. There wasn't a lot of grating people's face. Like you got people doing like Jackie Chan bicycle runs up the cage and then hit moves off of it. Like there was really dope, innovative stuff. And I again, people want to color me one way because I'm not going to sit here and kiss anybody's ass, but I'm not going to front like Mo and Joe Buck can't put on a This was the match of the night. There was good stuff on this card, but once I saw this match, I didn't care about the rest of the card.
That nigga was tired after this match.
It was watching it was. I had because I'm sitting there trying to figure out what is on these niggas' feet. I don't know what the Bucks had on.
They put thumbtacks in the bottom of their shoes.
They've done that. They did that spot in PWG too with Candice LeRae. Yeah.
But wait, Drip, when they did it in PWG, do you know what was it a specific type of shoe?
It was like a Nike basketball shoe, like
but it wasn't. It wasn't no.
Marshall or something.
Sixes.
It was a Russ Patina. It was a Jordan 1.
Michael Red Sixes.
He got an AJKO. We said, look,
it's definitely like the Nike fast breaks, something like that.
Facts. Them skips, $2.99. Anyway, but even then, it wasn't a situation where it was like the typical spot. They were building towards running someone's head into the boot spot. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was I have to give credit where credit is due. I don't like them as people, but as a match. And as a way to show, and again, because the Lucha Bros went over, they got the belts, which has been well deserved. But they went out there and fucking earned them titles. I love that shit. I love it. That was my match of the night, unless I'm tripping.
Oh, let's see. Here's one.
I missed that match.
So yeah, it's a regular like Nike shoe with thumbtack.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what shoe that is. It looked dirty.
It's basically a generic Nike shoe.
That's back before they had that goat money.
I could probably find it.
But
I think Keeks might have posted
sevens.
Keeks probably no shit. Well, I think the question was, were the fragment Travis Scott ones real? Because even so, that's a lot of money to be paying to put some damn thumbtacks on the bottom of the shoe.
And it's not like they just like stuck it through the shoe. It's like they took.
No, they glue them on. Yeah, I think the Being the Elite this week shows them.
One.
Right. They called Sasha Banks' husband. He said, "I got you. I'll be up all night, but let me. I'm gonna put each and every one
the whole shoe together."
That's funny.
Shout out to Minotauro.
Shouts out to Lake Minnetonka. But no, that match was fire. I need to run that match back. Ruby Soho.
Yep.
She said that was the biggest pop she'd ever had in front of a crowd ever.
That's the last one too, baby.
Because they was expecting
the last one. Wow.
He's legit. He ain't lying.
They're slingshotting her to Britt Baker.
Nah, she's slingshotting into an L, my nigga. It's over.
Well, you know what? Again, you know what it is. That's about to be Britt Baker's best match in AEW so far.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I will as much as I didn't know what the WWE was trying to do with Ruby as a character, but the idea that they were putting her as the head of a team and letting her talk and then letting her work matches with like Natalya. I was always impressed with Ruby. Yeah. I wish she had gone farther. So I'm low key excited for Ruby Soho to take on the women, assuming that the women's division is going to be ill.
I mean, she's gonna get her chance as far as that division goes.
Word.
The question is the division going to get a chance in general? Because they're at the point. I said this before a couple of times in the Discord. That men's roster on AEW is bigger than Raw and SmackDown's men's rosters combined.
Facts. You don't think about it, but it really is. It really is.
There's no room for other divisions to grow right now, unless they're going to spin up a show every day of the week or something like that.
They might need to. The way that they're, I don't want to say pandering, that's not fair, but the way that they are seeming to answer the questions of fans in real time, on in regards to representation. They may have another show. They may cook something else up. They already got 2 internet shows.
2 internet
Right.
shows, 2 regular shows.
That's crazy.
Not one of them.
I watched Dark. I was told Black Rasslin draws.
15 hours of television. You watch none of them shits.
They said the black. What? Do me a favor. Free idea. Anybody. Start the Black Rasslin Draws account. But what you got to do with the Black Rasslin Draws account? I need you to be the one-stop shop for anything that week in Black Pro Wrestling. If it's going to be a Savannah Evans match on Impact, I need to know where and when I could watch that. If Chris Bay has got a GCW match this weekend, I need to know the Eventbrite link or the Fight TV. I'm saying if Bianca Belair is going to be on SmackDown, I need to know where I can see it, because at some point, if we're gonna, the movements are cool, but you got to put it into action consistently. What's up?
Hell,
what's up?
Niggas can't keep their family members in order, and you want them to keep motherfucking Black Pro Wrestling and all of their dates lined the fuck up. Man. God bless whoever takes that.
Nah, y'all do a good job with posting, like, when black wrestlers have a match coming up or something like that of significance. Y'all do a good job on keeping me reminded. I'm the layman. You feel me?
The layman. I like that. I like those words.
Whoever.
Real quick.
It don't matter who. It don't matter who it is. BRP does a good job at
facts.
Doing a good job of letting me know when Scorpio Sky got his match against somebody, or I ain't even. That's not the one. That's not the one I meant to say. I meant to say.
It's a different Scorpio.
Yeah, I meant to say Too Cold Scorpio.
There you go. There you go. I like that. I like that.
Got a match on GWC. Like, y'all do a good job at that. So I salute y'all for that. And y'all might have done this before, but while I got the microphone right now, I'm going to salute Work for having those signs that he had on Raw.
It needs to be said. You can say it in 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now. I'll be like, look, nigga, I remember that you was the one with the Raw with the purple Dewey. That was you. Sign got work. Sign got work. I like FLB, but sign got work.
July 27th, 2014 at PWG 11, that's when the Young Bucks had the thumbtack shoe the first time against Candice LeRae.
Hey, Drip, that ain't matter of fact, erase that stat, Drip.
Yeah, right. I might need to edit that out. When this goes up to YouTube, that clip might not make it.
Get that shit out of there.
I'm sorry, Drip. I'm sorry.
Don't download that.
I thank you, Zal. I still again, if I had the time, when I had the idea for what that hashtag could become, it just makes sense, because it's not just the somebody's trending on the timeline. It's people took the time to dedicate their part of their life to make sure that people are informed. It shows a demand. Diehard fans demand more. That I think the hashtag proves it. The hashtag this week proves it, that people want this type of content. So I think it has to go further than the tweets. We have to double down. We have to make the BRP 50s. We have to make signs to hold up at shows. We have to keep our foot on people's necks in the YouTube clicks, in youtube.com/blackrat, and support anybody that's putting this content out there is what I'm saying. There's a lot of bullshit that's coming out that is counter. What you saying, man?
Look,
who, me?
Zell's going on.
October 1st, I think it is. SmackDown here, Baltimore, Maryland.
I heard about that.
I don't got the money to buy 4 tickets where my man Zero was. Sorry, damn, I'm all fucked up right now.
We got
my
you.
man Work was. You feel me? I can't have 4 right there tickets. You feel me? But
Throw the sign up anyway, nigga.
If y'all need the sign there, you feel me? Wherever I'm at, I'll show it to him.
Show it to him.
I'm gonna say without saying too much. I got some other things going on.
Yeah, don't tell him word.
I'm not gonna tell him nothing.
Hey, work. Just let it rock, work.
Just let it rock.
Just let it rock, work.
That's what he had going on, nigga.
I will say now, people should just be following work. Damn, I hate that this thing wasn't on the whole time, but people should definitely just be following work. What the hell else happened? All right, because after the Lucha Bros and after Ruby Soho, it was 4 matches left, and it was MJF and Chris Jericho. I said it's gonna be a long night.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, what you gonna say? You don't remember what you was going?
The Eddie Kingston and Miro.
Eddie Kingston and Miro was hard.
Yeah, that opened the shit.
That Eddie Kingston again. The first half of the show, I was really into. The first half of the show.
I only saw a couple matches because I had some.
But
he was at the baseball show.
No, that's the night. That night, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
But he's the guy.
I'm that guy. But I had a fantasy draft, so
it was a big weekend. No, it was a big weekend for a lot of people.
So I saw a couple matches, missed a couple matches, then caught back on a couple matches.
What? All right, I really don't. I don't care to talk about Jericho MJF. No. I really don't care. CM Punk beat Darby Allin by pinfall. CM Punk, y'all, like, are people now like, yeah, I want to see another CM Punk match? Who's he wrestling?
I think that's why they did it.
Talk to him. What you mean?
I think that they had CM Punk beat Darby Allin so that people could say, I want to see another CM Punk match.
Okay.
Who do you even put him in the ring with?
Well, apparently it looks like he'll be feuding with Team Taz coming up. That's what it was alluding to last night.
It might if his next match isn't Ricky Starks, then it's going to be either either Hobbs or the other nigga from Team Taz, and then Hobbs and then Ricky Starks, which way he would lose to Ricky Starks.
I will say if this is the feud immediately after Darby Allin, I would have to give him, because I mean Punk went in there. I mean that's really talking your shit. You could have went in there and been Adam Page. You could have been Pac. He could have talked anybody if he's really about to fuck with Team Taz.
But that was the question that I asked weeks ago.
Right.
Was he gonna get in the motherfucking ring with these competitors and shit? And
right.
If he is, I ain't got nothing but praise for him. So.
Right. I hope that the mentality that I've been having since we've been doing this and just getting older, you have to set it up for the future. And I think that if he's going to do, and Ricky Starks, the Pebble, all he needs is opportunity. All he needs is space and opportunity. He's about to shoot up. And when people on Twitter hit me talking about what black people in AEW think is about to be talented enough to be the future, Ricky goddamn Starks. What?
Don't kill her, baby.
Ricky goddamn Starks. Talk about somebody else. What are you trying to? Anyway, I can't now.
Hobbs is a monster though.
Hobbs is a monster.
Watching that match that he just had. What's that show that they got on Wednesday? That's Dynamite.
That's Dynamite.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Dante Martin.
Yeah, Hobbs is a monster for real.
Is that Angel Kid? Angel Kid. What up? I can't fuck him.
No, I think it's Angel Kid. Yeah,
Angel
Black
Kid.
Lucha nigga.
It was
Lucha nigga is the guy that makes. Lucha nigga the guy from Chipotle. Hey,
half chicken, half steak.
Oh, you want sour cream?
No, yo, put some more beans on my hole.
I thought that was Swerve's old gimmick.
Swerve.
Swerve's old gimmick from Lucha Underground.
Kill shot.
Lucha nigga. Lucha nigga. I'm sorry.
I gotta figure out which way I'm pointing.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing. Whenever you at the point, you're like,
I think it's Look at this nigga right here. Look at this nigga right here.
Yo,
It's funny. Now watching Paul White walk down the ramp was nervous. When he got to the steps and he was like, and then started walking, and then They
were saying CM Punk was gassed. Paul White was gassed during the entrance.
Paul White was gassed walking up them steps. He took that stutter step. He got in the ring and took a stutter step. I said, "Oh shit, he needs
I gotta have a match now too."
Cal.
Yo.
You ever get paid on Tuesday, right? And then the next Monday come. That's how I walk into the door. Right?
Yo,
What just happened? I just had the shit. This bag was full not 2 days ago. Who was in my shit? Who was in my shit? I just had that shit.
This man with all the shows. With the 40 shows.
That nigga, he needed an inshore before that match. He was just like, and then he had to start wrestling. Come on.
I
was just in this bitch last week.
You took $8 out my shit.
You ain't say nothing on the door about that shit.
Like
somebody.
I'm in every goddamn week. You ain't say nothing about no $8 goddamn. Give my goddamn money.
Yo, real shit.
I gotta stand in the line too.
Real shit. I don't know if Zell was old enough at the time and shit, right?
It's about to get real, man.
I used to get my motherfucking check, right? I was at Mondawmin. This was when I was at Mondawmin and shit. I used to get my check. Oh shit! I got $300. Walk downstairs to the liquor store. It's a check cashing place. Nigga, you can get your check cash, pay your bill, you can pay your car note, and then get a fifth.
A fifth of whiskey.
And go get a 5-piece chicken dinner.
A carton of cigarettes. You can get everything out that bitch. A gold chain. All that shit.
Man, I got my first ever haircut in the basement of Mondawmin. Holla at me.
Yo, the candy
this
store.
This place has everything.
The candy store man used to be Santa Claus and shit. Like it was surprising.
Zell said, "Mama, look, Santa Claus is cutting hair. He right there."
What do you think he does?
That's crazy.
The other 364 days.
Mondawmin, we go down the escalator. You feel me?
Go down. Yo, when you think about it, you like, yo, why the fuck would I go in the basement of Mondawmin? That shit is a death trap.
That's where the haircuts are. You swear the haircut is. That's my mama said go down there.
Let me let y'all know what type of Mondawmin is. Cause I don't know if y'all know on this podcast what type.
I don't.
All right.
Nope.
Niggas ride dirt bikes in the mall.
In the mall.
Dirt bikes in the mall is crazy.
Niggas have shootouts
in the mall.
All right. They have shootouts on dirt bikes
in the mall.
Nah,
in the
they
mall.
don't have shootouts nobody has shootouts on dirt bikes, Trip.
It's too much.
It's not San Andreas. We're not talking about San Andreas.
It's too much going
and
on.
Niggas might shoot out. The same niggas that might ride
dirt bikes might
have shootouts, but niggas don't have shootouts on dirt bikes.
On dirt bikes.
Niggas might ride their dirt bike through the mall. Niggas might have a shootout in the mall.
It's accurate though.
I get it. No, I get it.
Fine. I never like the legit. When I would be in there, and we're way off the topic.
I'm sorry. I'd rather talk about this.
I'm sitting there thinking about a nigga popping a wheelie with the gat. Just,
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yo,
It's not like that.
I legit felt like I had, because I used to be the manager of Foot Locker. I felt like I had the key to the city.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Everybody needed sneakers.
Niggas love sneakers.
Niggas love, the one thing niggas love more than chicken is sneakers.
I think about sneakers every day. Every day. This shit would go ill with this. Dream about anyway. I'm sorry.
I only got like I said, my check be $325. After I cash it would be $317. And I'm like, all right, I'm definitely getting me some sneakers. All right, so I got $100 left, and my tank on E.
Facts.
That's it. The tank. I just walk home. Nigga.
That's what I see there. When I was listening to an old episode last week, he said something similar, like, "No one has got money. We got sneakers. We don't got money. As long as we got sneakers, we don't have money."
That's how
What you don't understand is that might be a little bit too local. I'm gonna just keep that to myself. I don't want to put myself over too much on this podcast right now. So
do it.
This is the Maryland podcast.
USA Boutique was right there.
Yo, the boutique.
USA Boutique.
And they didn't hire nothing
but bad.
Say
Tear
less.
to your eye.
It was
Say
just
less.
smokers in there, son.
Oh, say
All
less.
smokers.
Coke bottles.
What?
I love it. I love it. I love
Don't
it.
matter which one you was at. If you at
That's all they knew.
security,
That's all they knew.
you out Florida,
security.
obviously,
Facts.
like it don't matter. They
That's
there.
crazy.
Son.
So you got if you walk in there, you gotta buy something.
Because you ain't want to look like you ain't had no money.
Right.
Say
You can't.
The setup was
Say
to put
less.
the boutique across from Foot Locker.
That's smart. Blow a whole check.
I done lost all my
100%.
Well,
money.
no, because you had to go show off your shoes after buying them. Be like, yeah, see, I just got these. So like,
No,
yeah,
you
like,
never putting them. You know what I'm saying? You
Because
stunt,
you bought the
definitely
shoes.
blew
no, I mean, like, I just got like,
you definitely blew your check that Friday.
You bought the
Word.
shoes and then you went over to boutique to find something
Yeah.
to match with them.
that's what I'm
Something.
saying. Yeah.
It depends on how
Right,
much
that's what I'm saying.
money
I
you
just got
have.
these. Just got these. What
It
well,
might just
complete-
be a hat.
And then the great cookie right next to it. I'm done.
Mwah, chef kiss.
I drip
Give me a half pound of snickerdoodles. Fuck
the
that.
last match was Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. I don't remember
Neither do
what
I,
happened
yeah.
in the match.
No.
This week in White Noise drip. I want to know from you, what was your reaction when the stage they cut to the stage and it's Adam Cole, baby, or whatever the fuck. You were hyped?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, like that's Adam Cole.
You the whole day you was ready for Adam Cole?
I had talked about it on Wrestling Realm with Brian H. Waters. Shouts to Brian H. Waters.
Peace.
Speaking of
Peace to
Maryland,
Brian.
Peace to Brian. Shout out.
Facts.
I think he had picked Adam Cole. I picked Bryan Danielson, and Banks had the wild card pick of Braun Strowman because I was kind of rumored too.
Braun Strowman would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. They would have had him fighting Paul White anyway.
It would have been horrible, but
It would have been horrible. It would have been horrible.
because there are obviously rumors that someone was going to show up
Right.
at All Out, and I was like, I think they do Bryan Danielson first, then Adam Cole later. But again, they did it both in the same night. But seeing Adam Cole, I was like, oh, shaking and hit the music. It's all about the women, just like, fuck. And he comes out with that smug look because he's such an asshole. But like,
You ain't even look like that when Classic Loverboy came on.
stop it. That's because I was so tired.
Classic Loverboy.
It was 1 a.m. I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. I got work tomorrow.
Damn, he was crying.
Hardly.
You was
But
were you? Because he immediately turned heel, right?
it made sense because those are his guys. He's not gonna leave.
Niggas
just
know that who
join.
don't. Niggas who don't watch AEW know that. They understand that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did.
Niggas do.
I did.
Yeah.
Niggas
Understand
do.
what? That he would never go against him?
Understand that there's some type of relationship there to where it made sense that he would stay loyal to them and be a bad guy.
The Elite was the four of them. After it was at first Kenny Omega and the Bucks, then they added Adam Cole, and then it became everyone in the Bullet Club, Cody Rhodes, Hangman Page, the redacted Marty Scurll.
I forgot that all the white people knew each other. My bad.
Yeah,
that's my fault. That's on me. I'm sorry.
But again, it made sense that he showed up, super kicked and aligned himself with them. But like he said, he said, "Ain't no chance in hell," which I think was kind of a shot at Vince because the rumor this week was he's supposed to be Keith Lee's manager, which who knows if that has any merit.
I love it.
It don't. They came from Meltzer, and that nigga just got caught in the lie like last week. So we ain't respecting none of that.
Talk to him.
But again, like Matt said earlier, like, do we expect WWE to have Bret Hart champions again? Like, obviously not. If they let Adam Cole go, because Vince McMahon saw Adam Cole is like, look at him, he's 5'0" nothing, 100 nothing. Like, no,
we could be hitting that curve though.
Well, you know what's funny?
I think.
Go ahead, Sal. What you about to say?
I was just gonna say I think that they would like to have had Adam Cole in the E. I think they might have offered him the bag, and he just decided that he wanted to go.
Yeah, his comments were, since I saw this happen, I wanted to be here.
Right.
So I think as soon as he knew his contract was up, if it ended in December like he thought, he was going to leave no matter what. Is what his comments kind of made it seem like.
FOMO.
Like it was gonna be hard to keep him, no matter what.
And now they're in a similar situation with Kevin Owens right now.
And he's close with the Young Bucks as well.
January.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And I can see him going.
It's very WCW of seeing these talents going from WWE to WCW, but
100%.
They're aligning some really like a division with an Adam Cole and a Daniel Bryan and a Kevin Owens, along with a Pac and a Hangman Page and a Ricky Starks.
But then
and some of these other figures, like there's a lot that you can do in that division if you're smart and really wanting to shake things up.
You could legit have it could be a dope ass mid card, kind of like WCW almost had, but they fucked that up with the whole NWO shit. But they had a hell of a run,
right?
They had a hell of a run.
WCW had the cruise.
They had the motherfucking cruiserweights and shit,
which are now pretty much every other wrestler is a cruiserweight in the way.
the whole division is cruiserweight. That's funny.
Everybody does cruiser shit.
But again, like, we'll get to a point where it's too crowded at the top. There's already kind of, again, rumors that Andrade is frustrated about the match on Rampage tomorrow. And Eve, again, this has been his whole thing since people, ex-WWE guys, came to AEW and shit talked to WWE. Like, wait till you're not liking how shit's going down, and then you start talking shit about AEW. FTR has kind of already been like that. And it seems like Andrade is. I wonder what Malachi Black thinks after having to face fucking Dustin Rhodes and now have to face Cody again and like be part of this. But he probably likes it because the storytelling has.
As long as he's wiping them clean, though, I wouldn't have a problem.
Cody's gonna beat him in New York. Watch.
No way possible.
They talk
you
like
want
they
to
don't.
bet?
Oh shit!
Bet it.
Yes, I can't.
Got you.
I don't know. I think Cody might beat him.
Ain't no way possible.
Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
Ain't
no fucking way, boy.
I think just because Cody's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, he got black kid. He cursed. He got black baby. He cursed.
I can't refute that.
It's over, though.
I can't rebut that.
See.
But again, after Adam Cole debuts, Bryan Danielson debuts, and that's just like, fuck. And his decision, he said it was tougher to leave WWE than like Adam Cole's decision. He said like it was real back and forth for him.
Well, he had ain't no fucking way, boy. No, Daniel Bryan, like John Laurinaitis is his father-in-law or whatever. Like he's got ties to the Federation deeper than he was just there for a minute. It was probably, but he was able to do it, and I think he's ready to. The shit that I think people think CM Punk's going to do for the younger generation, I think is really going to happen with Daniel Bryan, because while Punk will be able to talk these people to a certain position, I think Daniel Bryan's going to, the way he wrestles, especially now, he can still go and he can be able to put them in a position where they'll be able to really shine and really be able to be not just like the future talkers, but like the future main eventers is what I think Daniel Bryan's
will probably go back in the arsenal and do what he couldn't use in WWE. Like that, now I'm going all out, like legit.
I will say though, he sounds a lot like the dog that has been on the leash for a couple years, and then you let it go, and he doesn't know what to do. Like he was, the conversation I heard from him was a lot of, I want to test my limits. I want to see how far I could go.
I want to die in the ring.
That's what I'm saying. Like it could be nothing. It could be, bro, chill the fuck out. You're lucky to still be able to perform based off of these tests. But I don't want to tell no man to not do what they can't do.
What else can he do though?
Bringing his hands, huh?
What else can he do is a good question.
I mean, this man was headbutting people, like legit headbutting people until they said, you got to stop.
Well, don't forget, Drew Gulak, like German suplex him on top of his head and was just like, no, let's keep going. Like
every move, the matches he was having with Sami Zayn looked crazy.
I'm not saying
Sami Zayn was dropping him on his head on the apron. I'm sorry, Zell. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's my fault. No, I'm not saying what can he have done to him. I'm saying what moves can he do to somebody else.
Probably a lot of the math chain wrestling. You know, a whole bunch of holds.
Wrestling, which is
V triggers.
No, I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm out of here.
I wish I knew how to do that.
I'm out of here.
Show me.
Nah, that's it.
That's how he does that shit. I hate it every time. I hate that shit.
Right.
I'm
out of here.
So they debuted, and it was funny because the immediate conversation was, we're the black people. It wasn't really no black people in no like serious cards. The number of black people, it was the Rumble or whatever the
Private Party was on the opener.
Private Party was in that big tag match.
Then there was Kiera Hogan, Jade Cargill, Big Swole, Nyla Rose.
Early night. Niggas got to the catering early.
They got Jade out there early.
Shout out to Kiera Hogan.
But yeah, again, that
Ferg.
Big Ferg.
I didn't want to talk too much about this because I can't do this, but I have to mention it because Matt was talking about it, and there's interesting things going on. The PWI 500 for 2021, the top 10 got released. How the fuck?
Wait, wasn't that last week? Or,
No. It was just the other day, right? Was it last?
I thought there was a 500. I thought there was a 500 list.
No, fuck that list. I'm not talking about that list at all. I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I'm talking about the list because Kenny Omega couldn't have made that list because he's a white guy. You feel what I'm saying? But how the fuck did they have Rich Swann at 230 last year, and now he's number 10? What was it? All right, math.
What up?
Math.
What up?
Math.
Yo.
It's.
I like that.
Is the reason Rich Swann number 10 on the PWI 500 for 2021 because he held? Is it because he held the Impact World Championship for however long he held, or is it because of something else?
Oh man, nigga, come on, man. You check the footage, nigga.
Is it because there's been conversation about him in the BRP 50 and everything else? I mean, like, what's really going on?
Like
200 some spots.
I try not to venture into delusion. You know what I mean? Like
I'm a conspiracy theorist by trade. That's just what I do.
You're delusional. You're reaching on this shit. Some shit is like, come on, man. For black people to just, granted, black people have been popping in pro wrestling for the last 4 or 5 years.
It's been a bit.
But for you to start throwing names out there that never touched were never mentioned is some weird shit. And then you have people popping up in places that you would never have them in.
Right.
It's strange to me.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
I'm not gonna say, yo, we're responsible for it, but we're responsible for it. Stop it.
How does that even happen?
Like, I was gonna say,
you take a look at it. You take a look at the response. Granted, they gave us our props. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You saw what was going on when we did it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gaining some traction with these fans. Why don't we start? And then you hire a whole nigga, right said Reg.
Right said Reg.
Never mind. Go ahead, Cap. My bad, Drip.
No, I said this the other day. I mean, the top 10 reveal was a few months ago. At that time, we had 380 subscribers. Now we have 524. Maybe PWI is one of them. Maybe they were like, huh.
They know.
Hey, yo,
they know.
They go ahead, Zell.
Mission control.
I'm gonna chill. No, I'm gonna chill. Cause if you about to go there, then I was about to go way somewhere else. But
I'm with it.
Nah,
Fuck it.
Nah. I'm not.
It's when you specifically, when they say this shit is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
When it comes from them, we know that you're watching it.
100%.
So
it'd be different.
That's why I'm not the person to go there. You feel me? I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go there because
he don't want it to be too left. Ain't no fucking way, boy.
Ain't no fucking way, boy.
It'd be different if Rich Swann was like 50, and then y'all said he had a phenomenal year. It was head above tails. He killed everybody. He's number 10.
But not just Rich Swann. Who was the other one?
Well, I mean, look, they had to have Bobby Lashley up there.
No, you had to have Bobby Lashley. You can't.
But still, I
didn't even see their list, but I saw the other list. Didn't they have Will Hobbs up there?
They had Will Hobbs up there.
He was high. Yeah, I think.
And he's a monster.
And he's a monster. Up there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like these are people that never touched the list.
Right.
For your first entry on the list to be 200 or something, or 300 or something, you have jumped over 200 whole niggas.
That's
like
huge.
Jordan couldn't do that.
Right.
Earl Manigault couldn't do that shit.
Facts.
You literally leap niggas.
It's funny.
Cal down that bitch giving them a boost.
Ben. Oh, you ready to go? You ready for them to go now? Oh, all right, let's go.
I used to hate when a nigga was stepping my hands like this.
when you were cheerleading?
No,
this is how I know you ain't. This is how I know you ain't climb up on. You ain't climb no fences or no shit like that. You ain't do no man shit when you were little.
You're dirty, nigga.
My mom would have whooped my ass. That's why.
Exactly.
Coming home with a broken arm.
Egg fucking exactly. It's fucking ridiculous.
Hey, just because you can.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley was number 3. I mean, the top 10 was mostly fine. Drew McIntyre.
Kenny Omega's last year was shitty too, and this year wasn't that great. Come on.
Drip.
Keith called him.
I was about to say, after her and I got on a FaceTime, or IG Live.
Keek's mama wear Eagles custom Jordans.
FaceTime too, Drip.
Yeah. I was watching that shit, and that shit was just gone.
Yeah,
because she was gone.
Furr.
Hey.
But
after her IG Live, the first 5 minutes, she was just like silent, like pumping her fist, like AEW. that's that shit.
Nah, she was hype. I shouts to Keeks. I like rocking with Keeks because Keeks is she die hard for that shit. The only other thing I'll say,
she kept telling us, and we wouldn't listen.
I don't want to give too much shine to this PWI 500. I will say I think it's funny they got fucking Drew McIntyre at number 4. I don't care. Finn Balor probably needs to be in a higher position than Drew does on this ranking if we're being real. But I guess Drew is up there because he's been making appearances. Bobby Ashley beat that motherfucker 18 times, and I know what I said. He beat that motherfucker in that ring 18 times like he stole something from him. He had to wrestle gender. You can't mess with Bobby Ashley. You don't need to be number 4 on the goddamn PWI 5 anyway. That's how I know y'all on that bullshit.
At least they didn't have Nick Aldis in like the top 10 just because he had a 700-day title reign or whatever it was.
Nick Aldis held that title for a long time.
A couple years, yeah. He had that shit for a minute.
Yeah, beating janitors and COVID helped that shit.
But at the same time, he held that title.
Man, did that shit. You can't take it away from him.
Because no, because I'm gonna the same argument that I'm gonna hold for him is the same argument that I'm gonna hold for Trish Adora. She held her titles for a long time.
Yes, she did.
So I feel like she should be. So I feel like she should be held high. So I can't say she should be held high, and not say that nigga should be held high.
Facts.
That's facts.
Did anyone check to see if there were women on this list?
I don't think.
Trish Adora is on the list. Trish Adora is on the list.
Yeah, I say because again they allowed the women that face men to be on the list.
Like 40 or some shit.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Drip. I
haven't seen the whole list. I haven't checked it.
A couple of weeks ago, when another list dropped, and there was a certain response on the timeline, I reserved myself, and I just went back on it. I literally just went back on it. I said, I'm not talking about whatever benefactors y'all dragon. It's just whatever works. I'm not talking about this list. This list doesn't represent me. I have no reason. I only even brought it up because Mav said, how the fuck is Rich Homie Swan at number 10?
The only reason why I said something was because I felt as though Trish Adora should have been up higher on the BRP 50. That's the only reason why I even mentioned her name.
Let the record show when we were having a conversation about the list, I was the same way. I think it's because what we were talking about, the amount of time that she held that belt and what that belt means for what we're talking about, you can't take that away from her. That's a big deal during 2020 to be the woman to hold the Pan-African World Diaspora Championship belt. That's huge. So I always held. I'm glad that they're giving her that spot and she's on ROH and people are sharing out the videos and everything. That shit is dope. Again, hashtag Black Rasslin Draws, but it's not new. It's not new because we've been here before. I just want to make sure that the steps that are being made now that we've got people showing up at pro wrestling shows, that we now have, a semi-organized, front online, it's putting that into action and trying to make that into, some real positive change within the wrestling industry. I saw Tony Khan said that Leo Rush might be on his way back to AEW. It looks like Jade Cargill and Layla Hirsch have a match on Dynamite next week. So it's right now it's watch the matches. Right now it's if you see that Big Swole has a match on Dark, but you don't normally watch Dark like myself, take the time. And realistically, I will say this, for as much as I had to suffer through the 3-man booth on AEW All Out, a nice Taz and what's his name?
Excalibur.
Taz and Excalibur on Dark. I prefer that. It's not as over the top. they really get to highlight and talk about why these people are doing what they're doing and what's happening in the match. It's a good show. It's a good show to take in. And if there's black people on it and you're really about this, I want to support black wrestler shit, give it a view. Give it a like on YouTube. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. Give us a subscription. But anyway.
Turn that red button green.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. I didn't pay him or nothing. Shouts out to Bodymore Bottles. Sasha Banks going to be back on Friday.
It's about Black Rasslin right now, man.
Facts. Is Sasha back?
I don't think so.
See.
I don't know about
Sasha
that.
back. Sasha she just did the hot chip challenge. She been on Instagram putting up pictures she back.
Think so?
Adam Cole was selling toys.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Adam Cole was selling shit.
And was gone.
Yeah. He said, buy these action figures because this is the last one.
No, I mentioned that on the pod not too long ago because I'm like, are we sure that he's going to be leaving this? Sure enough, he was going. So you're right about that. About that. I don't know.
However, again, it's how do you respond to AEW, this Sasha Banks Madison Square Garden?
Well, Drip, you know how they respond? By having a tag team turmoil match and having a New Day on. Like, I mean, as much as that's the shit that people were saying in the comments, but they were talking about JYD. What they should have said was, if you got a beef with black wrestling, support black wrestlers, look at what's in the ring right now. If they wanted to make some type of half-assed argument, but it is dope to see that WWE is, their response is, let's have the black people actually in the ring for X amount of time at the beginning and the end of the show, which is where AEW doesn't get it. Triple H had a cardiac procedure.
They said it was genetic.
Yeah, genetic shit.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to have a full recovery. Niggas was clowning him.
They was trying to say that I saw it. They said it was trying to say that AEW was stressing him out and NXT was stressing him out, and which is why he had that cardiac.
That's crazy.
But what I saw was
shit like that's why Vince took NXT away because Vince thinks he could probably outlive him.
That's crazy.
Nah, I saw that they took NXT away from him, and then AEW is debuting all these new niggas and
that's why he's off. That's fucked up.
Yeah, they probably would have linked it to like the Adam Cole thing more than anything. Of like he saw Adam Cole,
right?
And did like the Dick Cheney and Vice, like Well,
I saw he's supposed to come bounce back, full recovery. We'll see what happens there, but I think
he's expecting
y'all on. There's people on. I'm gonna say this blanket PSA. There's a lot of y'all online that haven't lived life yet or haven't understood what really happens in the world, and you're gonna feel some type of way if something happens and your last tweet gets put up on that Summer Jam swing on SummerSlam because I got to be the first one to pop off and make this crazy joke, and then this nigga die. Now what?
That's a fact. We've seen it recently.
Don't play. All I'm saying is don't play yourself because that shit will come back to you. Just think about that before you throw some nonsense out there. Because of that, whatever jokes and whatever retweets you get, that shit is not cool. That shit is not cool at all.
We were talking about this in the Discord. Sorry, Kyle. Like earlier today, people feel like right now, like they gotta take sides in whatever is going on, and now it's in wrestling,
right?
And there's no limit to what they'll say to support their side.
Yeah.
Right? So they'll talk like this. They'll talk crazy like this.
That's the only problem. Go ahead, Sal. What you about to say?
No. I was just gonna say, like, you don't gotta take sides. Like,
right.
If you like certain things on WWE, watch those certain things on WWE. If you like certain things on AEW, watch those things on AEW. Like, you ain't gotta
facts
split in the middle and take sides on which one you like more than the other one. Just watch what you like.
Facts. I think the people forget that. Because it's a competition, it should benefit the people watching because we get to see dope shit all the time. It doesn't need to be, well, I like Roman Reigns, so I'm going to side with the WWE and the other side is bullshit. Because, again, I can like Mo and Joe Buck wrestling the Lucha Bros in a cage match. That could be my favorite match of the week. And I don't really like the Young Bucks. It doesn't have to be so defined. It's not Crips and Bloods out here.
It's not
Facts.
zero sum.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Facts.
zero sum.
The sooner people realize that, the better. That's a lot of pro wrestling to talk this week. I think before we get out of here, we need to figure out who everybody's Black Rasslers are. I want to open it up. Work. Who's your Black Rass of the week?
Him.
I'm gonna go with Now, I'm gonna go with Powerhouse Hobbs.
Nice.
Shout out to him. Hopefully, he's gonna be getting a run right now, and I'm looking forward to his future run on top of WWE in like 3 years.
Word. Zell, you got a Black Rass of the week?
Absolutely, I do. I'm gonna go with Sahara 7.
Okay.
I hear that shit.
Okay. I like that shit.
That's
So
what I'm
out
going
there
with.
in the dark part of IG.
That's that dark web.
Yeah.
If you ain't tapped in yet, go tap in with Shorty. Yeah, she that.
I like that.
All right.
How about you,
That's all.
Math?
I ain't gonna go too further than that. Yeah, she that.
No, you
You
went
go
far
ahead and
enough.
tap in with Shorty like
You-
in the ring.
She's a monster.
Yes, she is.
I love
Yo, I'm gonna say Big Swole. Big Swole after Sahara 7.
it. For real. Swole with that damn chain. Bam! Anyway. And she hit the perfect. It's like what they call the shit, the discus lariat.
Yeah.
Because she hit that perfect turn, but it's just
What is the last?
Perfect.
Dirty dancing.
Perfect.
Dirty
Yeah,
dancing.
the rolling elbow, yeah.
That shit is
Hey,
hard.
man, what's that producer that do that shit? It's like perfect.
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 I don't even remember. I know you talking.
I can't remember
Yeah.
right now neither,
I know what
but
you're talking
That's
about.
that Street Fighter shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
that's what we need every time she hit that joint. Perfect.
I like that.
Fatality.
That's funny.
At the very least, I need to grab the video and make an image of that when somebody drops a real good fire. Anytime I drop some fire on the pod. Sorry. Anyway, drip. Who's your Black Rass of the week?
I got Carmelo Hayes. Had a great match
course
with
you did.
Santos Escobar and sold that slam from Electra. Just like had everyone on Twitter going crazy. So
No, it was just electric.
Put them over great.
I even though Giant almost took him out, I have to go with the champion Bobby Lashley. He they had a whole TV tag team turmoil match. He walked down the ring and make MVP. I don't want to say that Bobby Lashley's Kanye West, but if Bobby Lashley's Kanye West, MVP is consequence. He ain't need to be hot because you can tell that MVP, his knee still it looked like it's favoring that knee. He didn't need to be up on that apron
At all.
but he gonna stand there and let Bobby go in there and run through everybody, and then get attacked by almost at the end. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm assuming that we're gonna get MVP Bobby Lashley Raw Tag Team Champions, and then that's gonna be the Gage Goldberg Saudi Arabia. I don't know what's happening, but
that sounds horrible. Jeez.
You know what it sounds like though? It sounds like every time there's a women's champion that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler want to go wrestle, because that's their feud every time. That's what's going on right now with Charlotte
Right.
Flair. I want to fight her. Nah, bitch, I'm a fighter. Well, I hate you. We all gonna fight. That's what she said.
Lashley's gonna have to go over there and carry
I
3
can't
people.
disagree.
Facts.
Yeah.
Not good.
I wasn't gonna. The only reason I watch Raw is because work shouted this out. I was not gonna watch, but it is what it is. Before we get out of here, work. Dude, you said it before? Where can people find you on social media? Anywhere you want to let them people know.
Yeah, so on Twitter, it's at DatWerkk, and on Instagram, it's Be Fair to Bel Air.
Crazy. I gotta check that out before we get it. Zell, thank you for coming through. Damn, he really got the blue Calgary Flame though. That's crazy. Where can the people find you on the social media, Zell?
First and foremost, I want to say thank y'all for having me on here.
You already know.
Second, I want to say, hey, Mav, I'm really about to infringe on your gimmick. So, you all right with that?
Do your thing, nigga.
Well, all right then. Work, drip,
Begin.
Cal, y'all all right with that?
I'm good.
Let's go ahead.
Well, all right then. Y'all told them once. These motherfuckers scared. Y'all drop a listen and they copy. That's how these other suckers play it. Better than the BRP. Can you believe what these motherfuckers said? They must have slipped, fell, and bumped their motherfucking head. BRP magic, nigga.
I love it. Nah, I appreciate that for real. For real.
Zell, AKA Vonzarelli, AKA Big Azels, AKA. Y'all ready for this one?
Yes.
Scotch Hall. Bodymore Bottles.
Hey yo,
Holla at me.
That's hard.
Scotch Hall.
Let's go, Zell.
Holla at me.
Scotch Hall. Damn, there's a lot of good Scotch. I'm sorry.
Holla at me.
Trip.
See, now I gotta go because Zell went because I said I had some earlier. All right. We had the Red X that inspired the Prince. No offense to our cuz that claim Crip. We saw your gliss. That's just one hit. Week after week, we never miss.
Facts.
Always showing off without emptying clips. Even brushed off a cease and desist.
Facts.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Because y'all see who I'm with. Cal, Bam, and Matt gave you all a gift. Davis, a.k.a. Drip.
Woo! That shit, Drip!
Oh my gosh! I have no bars.
BRP Cypher, let's go.
I need to work on my 16. Math, did you tell the people where they could find you?
Man, shit.
Wait. Hang on. I got to shout out to Brian H. Waters.
Word.
Wrestling for having me on last Saturday. Talking AEW. Shouts to Graham of Public Enemies and the Sheep Show.
Word.
His guy, Wire Goldmine, for having me on. Talk about CLB. Support those. Those are two great pods, two great people. Yeah. You know where to find me on social media and all that from. Listen to previous episodes. Again, subscribe anyway.
Facts.
Do I
Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
And shout out of a podcast too?
I had to plug where I was at recently because I was being the pod man going here, there.
Zell been around too though. There was the last couple of weeks.
I was just gonna shout y'all out, Drip. So you do that. Go ahead. I was just gonna say thanks for Drip. That's all.
Nigga, that's it. Fuck it. I'm out of here.
Thanks for Davis.
Thanks for Drip is the alternate.
We had 5 minutes worth of shout outs.
I love it. Nah, I love it. This nigga stupid.
I see your shout out. I raise you 5 more.
I respect it. I respect it. Nah, definitely. What about you, Matt? Where you at?
Nigga, I just told you.
At Matt David.
Wherever they aren't, wherever they're not.
1854 out this hole.
Legit.
1854. Man, statement. Go follow my nigga, man.
Wherever they not, that's where I am, nigga.
I respect
also, LFam79ers social media.
Facts.
Buffy podcast every single week.
Facts. Always. Damn. It's like he's not even here. Shouts out to fam. I'm at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website. And as always, you can find the Black Rasslin Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google. Apparently, we on Monday Night Raw, but you look. I mean, again, this shit happened. This is reality right here. That shit actually happened. As always, youtube.com/Black Rasslin. Subscribe. Make sure, like Zell said, turn that red subscription gray if you ain't already do that. Like, comment, review, share with your friends. Work. Zell, thank you for coming through. Drip, Math, love y'all, fam. Peace to you. We gonna catch y'all next week. I'm not ready with the usual outro, but
like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked. I came up here to get paid.